Hey, Expansion Bricks here, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at a recolor for the LEGO Star Wars Resistance Bomber that came out for the Last Jedi wave of sets. So, if you're familiar with the set, you'll know that the original came out with a blue sort of highlight color, and if I'm honest, I wasn't that keen on the set when I first saw it. It was impressive to look at, but the blue, it just didn't do it for me. But then one day I just had the idea that, why don't I just recolor it into a color that I like? So I took a look at the movie, and you can actually see dark red versions of this ship very clearly. It's a big part of the first main action scene. So what I did was I bought the set, I took a look at the parts list, and I ordered off of Bricklink all of the important parts, well, all of the blue parts that I would need, but in dark red. So very simply, that's just these parts down here, either side, a couple of parts here. This part here was pretty difficult to locate because it actually only comes out in a few sets. I think the UCS Hulkbuster might be the only set that it comes out in this color, so that was pretty hard to locate, but worth it for the overall look of this recolor, I think. I also took the liberty of adding a few more parts to the set that weren't originally there. In the original, I'll probably put up a picture, the wings are very bare looking, but in the movie, you can see pretty easily that there's actually quite a lot of color on these wings, for the color that the ship is, whether it's blue or the red. So I went ahead and I took some parts from my collection and I just added that to either wing, which made it, and a little bit of greebling here and there, which just made it look a little bit more beefy, a little bit more like they do in the movie. And I've continued the dark red across the top here, along to the back here, because that was something that wasn't on the original set, but again was on the movie, with a little bit of bulking up here and there too. A couple things to note though. A few of the parts that I needed for recolor weren't available to me, those being this part right here. It's the bottom to the lever parts that I use for these sort of communication antenna. They're not available in dark red as far as I know. Could have done it in a normal red, but I just took it from my collection, these light bluish grey ones, which I think work just fine. This part of the front here, I didn't have a dark red one for it, and I was trying to keep the cost to a minimum for this one because it's already a pretty expensive set. So rather than go to multiple Bricklink shops, I just took one of these sort of 2x2 round tiles with a stud on the top, and I just in dark bluish grey, and I stuck that on there. Another thing to note is that there are some blue brackets in one of the, well, on the original set, just here for part of the interior detail. That bracket part isn't, I don't think LEGO have made that in dark red, so I could have either done it in a recolor. I bought some orange ones just to see what that would look like. The orange didn't look that great, so I just went ahead and used the light bluish grey. Another pretty subtle modification that I've made is on the original set, there's a 2-stud gap to help you lift this part up, but nothing to help you lift this bit up, which with the way the LEGO stickers work means that if you're constantly trying to pull this pull on this bit, you can end up pulling your stickers off, which no one wants that to happen. So what I've done is I've moved this piece back one so that we have one stud to help us open this bit here and one stud to help us open this bit without damaging our stickers. So there we are, just a short one for you guys there, showing you the recolor that I've done for the Resistance Bomber. I've got to be honest, I am pretty surprised that myself and other people haven't done things like this more often, or at least haven't made videos for them before. I think recoloring Star Wars ships, there's a lot to be said for it. There's different color squadrons for X-Wings, Y-Wings. I can see it catching on. I'm surprised it hasn't happened more sooner, but I'll probably end up doing some more like that in the future. Maybe it's given you guys some ideas. But yeah, originally this set wasn't a huge fan of it, but now that I've got it in my hands, it's definitely got a weighty, satisfying feel to it. Adding the few extra little customized parts, little bits of extra detail, especially this engine bits around here, that was really good. They've done a good job, and I hope you enjoyed this bit. So yeah, subscribe if you liked the video. We'll be doing more like that in the future. Again, if you enjoyed the video, drop us a like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of it. It's always good to get your feedback on what I can improve, and also, what kind of things do you want to see in the future. But for now, that's going to be all, guys. Thanks for stopping by and happy building. I'll see you next time.